Hello, I'm going to read you a book called Conrad and the Cowgirl Next Door. This is one of my daughter's favorite books, so I'm very excited to share it with all of you, my Narenka family. The author is Danette Fretz and the illustrator is Jean Beretta. Conrad and the Cowgirl Next Door. Meet the ranch hands. We have Uncle Clint, Conrad, Imogene Louise, Krusty the cook, and Giddy the wrangler. I hear that becoming a cowboy can be dangerous, especially if you don't know the rules. I don't know the rules. So when I decide to spend my summer in cowboy training, the first thing I pack is my mega, ultimate, extreme first aid kit. As soon as I get to Uncle Clint's ranch, he surprises me with genuine cowboy clothes, but he forgets to tell me a teensy-weensy cowboy rule. Do not squat with spurs on. Right away, it is a two-bandage day. It is also the moment that I meet Imogene Louise Lathrop, the cowgirl next door. Imogene must know all about cowboy rules because she spouts, "There's more to being a cowboy than wearing the boots." I know that, I say. A cowboy also needs a mega, ultimate, extreme first aid kit and a horse. I don't think I should tell Imogene that I'm missing the horse part. Uncle Clint says his horses are too spirited for greenhorns, but he promises to buy me one at the livestock auction on Friday. My cowboy training begins Monday morning when Giddy the Wrangler teaches me to lasso. Somebody should have told me there is a no lassoing pigs cowboy rule. Somebody besides Imogene. When you wallow with pigs, expect to get dirty. Don't worry, I tell her. I have mega, ultimate, extreme cleansing wipes. Imogene helps me pull Snout back to the barn, where I try to pet an untamed barn cat. "Don't mess with something that ain't bothering you none," she warns. There are only two things bothering me. Number one, Imogene Louise Lathrop, and number two, using all of my small adhesive bandages on cat scratches. My second day of cowboy training, Krusty the cook shows me his secret recipe for chuck wagon chili. He even lets me add the cayenne pepper. A cowboy knows the difference between tablespoons and teaspoons. Imogene huffs. I'm pretty sure Imogene made up that rule, but I wish I'd known it anyway, especially since there is nothing in my first aid kit for hot tongues. After dinner, the cowboys and I ride out to check on the herd. "If you ain't making dust, you're eating it," Imogene yells. "Don't worry," I yell back. "I'm wearing my mega ultimate extreme protective goggles. When I get my horse, Imogene will be the one wearing goggles." The third and fourth days of cowboy training, I discover a couple of rules without Imogene's help. Never wave a red sweatshirt at a rodeo. Do not sneeze while pitching horseshoes. I am applying an instant disposable ice pack when Imogene appears. You will always be a tenderfoot, Conrad Bates. Not when I'm riding my new horse, I say. I choose a fine little horse named Old Nelson. We like each other right away. While we wait to bid on Old Nelson at the auction, I invent a new cowboy rule. Never itch your nose at an auction. We bid and bid for Old Nelson, but the price goes too high for Uncle Clint to afford him, and the llama. I look around to see who bought my horse. He's mine, Krusty whispers. Serves her right. Giddy mutters something about there being no graceful way to get down from a high horse. Who's helping Imogene? So kind, then a rank away. I used up 2 disposable gloves, 2 instant ice packs, 3 antiseptic towelettes, 1 knuckle bandage, 1 elbow bandage, and 6 medium-sized adhesive bandages. Imogene goes home with Old Nelson. I get a llama with attitude. Maybe Imogene is right, I tell Uncle Clint. I will never be a cowboy. Seems to me that being a cowboy is mostly about heart, Uncle Clint says. And your heart knew one of the most important cowboy rules. Which rule is that? Forgive your enemies. It messes up their heads. I must have really messed up Imogene Louise Lathrop's head, because the next day she shows up and asks if she can teach me to horseback ride. I figure she'll be a good teacher. She knows all the rules. There's a lot more to riding a horse than just sitting in the saddle and letting your feet hang down. There are rules about riding a horse, but the horse won't necessarily know them. And the hardest thing about learning to ride is the ground. Don't worry, I tell Imogene. I have a mega ultimate extreme first aid kit. And that is Conrad and the Cowgirl Next Door.